GTII not letting off the gas. Let's go ahead and find out what could be happening for the following sessions. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this Taco Tuesday. This is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them can consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so we're looking at GTII on the 3-day time frame here, and we just want to go ahead and touch bases with volatility versus momentum represented by the Crypstex ARC-Series enhanced MACD. Okay, so this indicator, if you haven't seen the video, just the previous video, sorry, just yet. So volatility is represented by the Bollinger Bands, which are included in the enhanced MACD, and the MACD moving average also includes bear and bull signals. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the beginning of an expansion phase when the volatility starts to open up, right? Just like it did here. So we're noticing that we were at a critically a contractive level down here, just like we were right over here. So same thickness from this iteration before that $9 run, and it's consistent with what we're looking at here. Okay, so things are still looking very bullish on the 3-day time frame for GTII and using the enhanced MACD, right? So, and now referencing the DBSI, DBSI is also a Crypstex ARC-Series indicator, right? So this one is a statistical indicator that gives us a metric, that gives us a percentage value, strength value, right? So bull 64% over the 36% of bears, and it does that by acquiring a metric of every single candle printed throughout the entire trading history of the asset's particular time frame. In this case, an 8-hour. So what it does notice as well is that whenever we are above that 13-day exponential moving average, DBSI tends to favor some of that activity towards the bulls, right? We also did get this bull signal right down here on January 27th, right, at the opening of this candle. So very conservative for an upside continuation, right? So things are still looking good. If you are interested in acquiring these indicators, please go ahead and send me a DM, and either on Twitter or Discord, or you'll find my email in the about section of my profile here on YouTube under for business inquiries only. Okay, and we'll go over the subscription packages, right, you guys? So this is essentially what we're getting. We're still getting bull strength right here on both of the indicators. So let's go ahead and move on to the next and very important chart on the daily. Okay, so guys, please, on a side note, do not fall for those comments down below where they say to text me and where they say to WhatsApp me. That is not me, okay? And definitely by any means do not interact with those people, as they are just out to take your money, okay? They're a bunch of scam artists and stuff. So don't fall for that stuff, okay? Don't talk to them. But yes, so let's go ahead and reference the chart that has the broadening descending wedge. Okay, so this is a bullish formation, and we have touched on a couple times that we are in the process of breaking out of a complex buy formation setup right here. Okay, buy formation. Why? Because we do have a right angled triangle sitting in the grips of a larger scale broadening descending wedge. Okay, so now both of the formations, just to touch bases for the new viewers. Okay, I know you guys have already heard this, my typical my regular viewers, right? So this is following the golden rule of 3 very, very closely, and I'm talking about the both of the formations in this case. Okay, so usually what happens is after 3 tests of the resistance, you get a huge capitulation, and then you get a true attempt at breakout on that test number 4. Now, we failed test number 4 because test number 4, it was in fact just test number 3 of the triangle. Okay, so of course we're going to fail that test number 3. Test number 3 is usually the biggest sell-off for the shorts, okay, on any formation. So in this case, we actually did come right back up, and now we have broken out out of the fourth test of the triangle, and now out of the fifth test, which is the second most likely breakout number from a formation. Okay, so very interesting that it is meeting the playbook rules like that. Okay, so what I wanted to mention, I just had to kind of repeat myself so that everybody's on the same page. What I wanted to mention is that now we have 2 daily iterations with candle closures actually above the resistance line from the broadening descending wedge. Okay, and it's using it. Okay, so very good stuff. This is a good signal. Okay, so this means that there could be validation of this area soon, or if not already. Okay, so let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart and see what we have. Okay, so this is what it's starting to look like in the volatility versus momentum chart. Okay, so this is the statistical side of the analysis. So this is volatility represented by BBWP, and momentum represented by stochastic momentum, which is a proprietary indicator to TradingView software. Okay, so which, by the way, please go ahead and click on the affiliate link below so you can sign up for TradingView, as it will help my trading future out greatly. Okay, you guys, but so this volatility was contracted, right? We started a contraction phase, and now we're starting the expansion phase towards the upside, crossing that moving average, which is very important, and also something that is very similar to what happened to COSM just a few days ago. As soon as we did get this cross, we started moving to the upside pretty violently. I'm not saying that we are here, I'm just saying what happened before. And it wasn't on this ticker, of course, too. So now both of the 14-day simple moving average and the 3-day simple moving average, which is the K% and D% of stochastic momentum, are now pivoted towards that upside and not giving in. Okay, so this is still suggesting upside. This very manual way of back testing is actually, in a sense, a little shortcutted, if that's even a word, right? On this indicator, the enhanced MACD. Okay, so it's condensed into looking at momentum by the moving average of MACD and the Bollinger Bands representing that that volatility. Okay, so this is in essence volatility versus momentum, just like the way I'm looking at it right here, just more of a practical way of looking at it. Okay, so you can see expansion phase starting towards the upside and momentum towards the upside. We go back, we're starting the expansion phase, which is expanding, right? Literally expanding, so that's what it's really called. So contracting means tightening, right? And now we're getting that bull signal to the upside. Momentum still suggesting upside, so you can see that they're very much in correlation with each other. Okay, so everything is looking very good, particularly to the right-angled triangle that we are facing here. That breakout is absolutely in play right now. And what's very important here is the fact that we are almost printing 18 hours to close this 3-day candle, but we're almost printing a whole 3-day iteration above the newly converted resistance into support. Okay, so what I can say is that sometimes, I'm talking about I'm not only sometimes, okay, it doesn't have to be every time. But per the playbook rules, we technically have to come back and test our newly converted resistance into support, which would essentially take us to 117. But this is not suggesting that whatsoever, which is very interesting. Another indication that we are within this formation here is the declining volume profile. Okay, so this is another hint to tell you that we are within this formation in the first place. Okay, so we do have that support touch number 1. We have support touch number 2 right here, which confirms the formation itself. And we have now all of the tests fulfilled. Okay, so we're looking at 4 tests of the resistance. So 3 part of the golden rule of 3, and the 1 for breakout on 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 breakout. Okay, things are looking very good. The take profit per the trading, I'm talking about particular trading rules here, Investopedia, wherever you can find how to trade a descending triangle. There are several ways to look at the price objective. The price objective that's taken from the hypotenuse of the triangle all the way to the lowest point actually takes us to about $19, which also just coincides with the 3,200% that we've been looking at for quite some time, and also coincides with getting okay, here it is the trend line, right? about 20 bucks. So getting close to that 2.272, meaning that we can even wick to that 2.618. Very important golden mean. Too much rhyming here. Too much rhyming here. Another great thing is that upon making that move to the upside, we would essentially break out of a very rare formation. I'm talking about breakout of a bearish formation. Okay, this is a macro scale ascending channel. Okay, so this ascending channel is usually a bearish thing, but if this breaks out of this and then starts to confirm this newly converted resistance into then a support, the upside is probably going to continue. Okay, so things are looking very good for GTII. Let's go ahead and now look at the RSI. Okay, so just like always, we're going to start off with a 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. And as you can see, it is suggesting a downside continuation here, but this is likely to live out really, really fast before a recovery. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this too is also because we're well within the grips of the bull strength percentile. Okay, so this is very good for the asset. Okay, so now the bi-hourly time frame is suggesting a very limited pullback. And the reason why I can say limited is because we have that 14-day simple moving average as a support. But not only that as a support is the fact that we have the gravitational zone as well from the bull strength percentile, which would essentially kind of catapult us to the upside from this area here. Okay, so it's going to be a slingshot and support from that 14-day upside continuation. Good stuff. So now the 8-hour time frame is suggesting upside with a pretty aggressive pivot, by the way. And we still have prior iterations to where we have actually we're in overbought percentile, right? But we're at about, let's see, we're about 80.74%. And you can see in prior iterations that even in this one right here, without looking back too far, February 10th, 2021, we went up to 96.66% or 97% arguably, right? So this is still suggesting an upside and very aggressively. Okay, so now the daily time frame is also suggesting an upside. I understand that we got a little bit of weakness right here, but please know that we have now entered that gravitational zone in the grips of the bull strength percentile, suggesting nothing but upside. 14-day simple moving average is suggesting that upside as well. Okay, so the bi-daily is also suggesting massive upside here. It has now moved outside of that gravitational zone from the bull weakness percentile and now in the grips. Okay, so now approaching that opposing side gravitational zone that would essentially pull us right into the bull strength. Good stuff. Okay, now the 5-day time frame is also very, very bullish right here. So we did mention this in the time frame below. Please know that 5-day time frames take, from the point of entry to the point of a take profit, it would take around a month or 2 months to kind of complete that. Okay, so to complete that cycle is what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, we have made a bullish cross above that 14-day simple moving average, and now have entered the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so even if this were to pull back, we would be facing the two forms of support. Okay, first of all, the 14-day simple, and also the gravitational zone from the prior zone. Okay, so please know I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, you guys, I need you to do your own DD, your own due diligence, and everything will be just fine. Okay, so go ahead and refer to the links in the description below if you want to reach out to me on Twitter or on Discord. We can also talk about the subscription packages for the indicators. Okay, you guys, but with that said, I wish you well. A very good night. Was that all that I needed to talk about? I almost feel like that was a little weakling, right? But you know what? I can give you actually before we call it, I can give you a potential upside target based on what we're looking at tomorrow. Okay, so right away, I can actually give you the potential of covering the gap that we're. This gap right here, this is the reason why we're not moving upside, right? I talk about this all the time, to leave the gaps in play for future play, right? So this is facing massive resistance here already, 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. Okay, so it's critical that we start to break out of this in the next attempts. Okay, so you can see we have already pierced inside of it, so this is good, right? But and we do have that 1.618 at 212 as a form of resistance as well. Okay, so if we are about to take the trade to that 1.618 at 212, then we, that sometimes actually surpasses it just a little bit before we can come back and test our current highs as a support before a continuation to the upside. That's one scenario. The second scenario would be to where we actually meet the 2.618 at $2.49, right? Hold on, let me just go ahead and do this. So where we can meet that area of 249 before a retracement and then starting to convert these areas as support, okay, before a continuation to the upside. The $2.95 zone that we have as the take profit of the broadening descending wedge, it's this line right over here is very much still with the current days, today's price action, right? It's still very much in accordance with and very near that 3.618 286. Okay, so this would be the overall take profit. Potentially in a few days if FOMO doesn't absolutely strike on this. Okay, so here we are. So what I'm looking for GTII is absolutely still upside. Okay, you guys, quick retracement tomorrow. Remember that I'm looking at a reloading zone of about $1.76 to about $1.67 before a continuation onto the upside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and leave that area for future reference just in case we need to talk about this the following day. Okay, you guys. So this is the area of support and or bounce area before a continuation to the upside. Okay, remember that 1.618 resistance and a potential 2.618. I would say 2.272, 236 to 249 area, the secondary scenario. Okay, you guys. But now, with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.